Hi, everyone. Welcome another fantastic live episode of Latin Connection TV with your host, Rita Verreos. Not my typical attire. I am, as you can see, in full softball playing regalia, courtesy of Gridiron Heroes, a wonderful foundation. I'm so blessed and so grateful to have been a part of this. Now I think it's my 5th year in a row in this wonderful tournament. And yay, my team won this year. Holla, holla, yes. Oh, no. Wrong thing to say right before the next person coming in to get interviewed, Aaron Spivey Sorrell. Hey, give it up.
How's it going? I was on the team that lost, but
I was gonna say, give it up for my competitor.
Yeah, we played hard though.
We can still get we can still give you some sugar.
Yeah. I see how you're rubbing it in. You're rubbing it in really good. Yeah, but you know, my team played well. You know, we had a pulled hamstring from one of the star players, but we pulled through. You know, we battled to the last inning, but
you did.
Yeah, but you guys won. Congratulations!
Thank you.
Welcome for the win.
Thank you. But you know what? You are winning.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. Spivey, you're winning all over the place, and praise God in your career. Yes, sir. Amazing accolades going on. A new show that's happening.
That's right.
Can I say? Let me say it.
Go ahead.
He's in Revolution.
Yeah, Revolution.
So really excited. Congratulations on that. And then a few other things that I would rather have you describe to the viewers here on Latin Connection TV.
Well, first of all, I started off with Friday Night Lights. All 5 seasons, and the first season I was introduced to Gridiron Heroes, and they asked me to participate in the softball or in their events, and I got to be honest with you, I thought I wasn't worthy to do that because my credits wasn't big enough, but a friend always...
You and me both.
Yeah, a friend always told me to never turn down anything that's bigger than yourself, and Gridiron Heroes, they help a lot of people. And every year when they do it, it brings tears to my eyes because I always want to participate, and I want to see people that went through hard times, and eventually Gridiron Games put a smile on their face, and it's always bigger than me, and that's something I always want to be a part of for the rest of my life. So I'm saying it right now. If Gridiron Heroes are doing something, please call me. I will always participate because it's bigger than me and it's bigger than all of us. It's something that I'm talking too much, but it's something that it's something.
It's worth the talk. Yes,
it's something that encourages myself and others to participate in, to just make people happy, and they do that. So that's what I'm
sure
here.
do. We make a lot of people. We do make a lot of people laugh. You have to come out next year. We make a lot of people laugh. We make each other laugh. Exactly. It's really a wonderful event, and again, it's all about giving back and giving our grain of sand. So thank you so much for your time. Once again, congratulations. I know all my viewers are on Latin Connection TV. This is such a special treat to have had you and Ernest on our show. So you be sure to tune in over and over and keep watching our interviews. And also, I'm sure you have pages, and can you please let them know so that I know they're going to tune into Revolution, of course.
Exactly. Well, you can find me on Twitter. It's easy, AARONSS101, and you can find me on Facebook, Aaron Spivey Sorrell's Entertainer, and I'm right there. So.
And he's right here, but he's getting ready to go. So let's say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. You stay tuned because I have one last but not least person coming up right in just a few moments. Hola, amigos. Hello, everyone. Welcome. And here I am again, Rita Verreos, your host of your show with the most, Latin Connection TV. And I'm here with one of my dear, dear friends. We always seem to reunite. We have to stop this, Ernest. We have to do this more than once a year. Yeah. And this time we were on opposite teams. Can you tell the folks at Latin Connection TV why we're standing in this middle of this field?
Yeah, well, I basically just got the MVP award, and I want to thank all you guys. There's like thousands of people back here. I want to thank all you guys for coming out to see.
Can we hear the crowd? Let's hear it.
Yeah, it's cool. We just do this every Friday, so you know.
Oh, there you go. He's very humble like that. And now let's tell him what it's really about and who the MVP really is, and that is Mr. Chris Canales. Can I get Chris somehow to come on over here and surprise us? This is what it's all about, folks. As you can see, we're wearing our shirts. Do you likey? We are in style here. We're styling. And here we are with the man of the hour. And as I always say, the true survivor, because I know my dear viewers know me from Survivor, but you are the true survivor. Can you please tell the folks at Latin Connection TV why we're here and how this came about?
Well, basically, to support my foundation, we help student athletes who have been catastrophically injured in football. So I broke my neck playing football, and there's no help out there, so we're helping the next guy who goes down. So.
And in fact, I just heard you are getting ready. I remember a couple of years ago, and in fact, Ernest and I were witnesses of that your foundation provides these specially equipped vans, correct? And you gave one out, I remember a couple of years ago, right? We were there to witness that, and I think that they're about to head out and do the same. Can you give us some details about that?
In October, in Longview, Texas, we have a only paraplegic who can use his hands, who has the upper body movement, so he'll be able to drive, and this van is equipped for him to drive, so he'll be able to, it's his senior year, so he'll be able to get around now and go wherever he wants.
Well, Chris, like I said, the true survivor. But you know what? We were out here. We were kind of showing our little strut and our stuff. What did you think of us? How did we do?
Your team has some hustlers on there.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Ernest and I were saying, yeah, we're hustling. Yeah. So a little bit more now. Back to you, Ernest. I know that you need no introduction. Everybody recognizes Ernest from one of the best TV shows out there, super hit, Friday Night Lights. And in fact, here we are in Friday Night Lights. I see the lights, and it's Friday night, right? So now tell me what you're working on right now.
Right now, I've got a film that's coming to theaters, I think in like a month or two. It's called Angels Sing, that I shot with Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Love me some Harry Connick.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And
judge on
American Idol now. Yeah, rightfully so. He's a great guy.
I know my TV trivia.
Yeah. It's a holiday film, a fun one. We shot in Austin with Willie Nelson and Harry and Connie Britton from Friday Night Lights.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Yeah.
And Connie's also, I know that she's a dear friend of yours, and our shout out to you, Connie, doing very well also in her show, Nashville. That's right.
Yep.
So another big thing going on, if you don't mind, I'm going to get a little bit in your private life. Ooh, yes, I am. Because we share something in common. Hello, a little engagement going on.
Yeah.
Can we share that? It's out of the bag now.
Yeah.
I could edit that, but I won't.
No.
But I won't, because that's how I roll.
Yeah. We're happily engaged. We've been engaged since March. We're tying the knot next month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right around the
Thanks.
congratulations.
And
So,
you too.
and me too. Yay, me too.
We just came today and
I
we were like,
know.
I'm engaged. No, I'm engaged.
Me too. So it's wonderful. This is what these types of get-togethers do, bring together friends for a wonderful cause. It's Gridiron Heroes, and I'm going to come back real quickly, Chris, because I want you to give them a website or several that you might have for folks to tune in and to get more information.
All right, our main website is www.gridironheroes.org, or you can find us on Facebook with Gridiron Heroes.
There you have it. But you know what? Don't go away, because as usual, Rita, your host, I'm always coming back with more exclusive interviews. So don't go away. I'm going to be right back. Stay tuned. Now, how did this come about for you? Because you are the brain behind this fundraiser.
Well, for me, with the Gridiron Heroes, I was working with Ernest James on a project previously, and I basically ran into him at a Gridiron Heroes function. A friend of mine invited me out, and I was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm on the show. And he introduced me to Chris and Eddie, but backtracking, back when I was in high school, I got ran over while I was walking, and I got hit from behind, so for a brief moment in time, I couldn't feel my legs. So that's my attraction to them.
So you have a direct cause, actually, that attracted you to this. Wow.
Exactly, and it's a no-brainer. It's three of my favorite things: film, softball, and my favorite charity, the Gridiron Heroes. So it's a no-brainer. It's easy, and these guys are great. So why wouldn't you want to raise money for them?
He is literally a true hero. None other than CNN nominated him in 2011 as one of the top heroes, the CNN Heroes Nation internationally. So what a huge nomination, and comes as no surprise, I have to tell you. And it's Eddie Canales,
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm sorry it was such a long intro, but you're such an amazing man that you are very deserving of that long intro.
Well, it was really amazing to be part of the CNN Heroes program. To be named one of the top 10 out of all the thousands that were nominated for it, to get on the national stage, international stage, was really just an awesome feeling. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we saw you.
It was great to be there. It was also a very humbling experience because we all had something that we were passionate about, and of course with Gridiron Heroes, it put our organization on that national, international stage, but at the same time trying to create awareness for our young men and the young families that we have to work with, and some of the trials and tribulations that they have to go through. So to be able to put that out there on that broad level was just awesome.
And if you wouldn't mind, to inform my viewers at Latin Connection TV, more or less how many years ago was it that you started up Gridiron Heroes, and tell specifically why?
August of this year, actually, we're starting our 10th year, and so Chris was injured 12 years ago. We started Gridiron Heroes after Chris suffered a spinal cord injury playing football, and at the time, coaches didn't know what to do, where to go, how to help. And they didn't know how Chris's life was going to change. They didn't know how the family life was going to change. And so we wanted to do something. And what we ended up doing with Chris, we had almost lost him twice in ICU and once when he came home. And at the time, all I could offer was that, if the Lord had wanted by his side, he had 3 chances to take him. And so he was going through some ups and downs. He had just reached his 1-year anniversary date of his injury, and he started to shut down. And I could sense it. He didn't want to get out of the house, didn't want to eat, and he started shutting down. I think that 1-year anniversary date, he came to a realization that he was going to be in that wheelchair, so he started shutting down. And so just to get him out of the house, I took him to a state championship football game. And at that game, we actually witnessed another spinal cord injury. And it was the first game since it was the first high school game that he had gone to since his injury. But again, we were there for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
We were there for a reason. But the first thing that came out of Chris's mouth when he saw that young man being put on the cart was, "Dad, we've got to go help him. I know what he's going to go through. You know what the family's going to go through."
Wow.
That was the inspiration behind starting Gridiron Heroes.
Wow. You just did something that's very hard to do for me, is leave me speechless, Eddie. Wow.
Well,
really.
Like I said, it's something that the Lord put in our heart to do, and what we've been trying to do now is to be there for these families. The thing is that we want to be there long term. As parents,
You will be. And you are.
As parents, we just kind of assume because they're playing for their high school, and if they get hurt, that things are going to be taken care of, and that's really the farthest from the truth. And so we wanted to change that to make sure that we put an end to stories of a young man isolated in a room for 6 months at a time when his wheelchair breaks down. His mom doesn't have any money to fix it, didn't know where to go to get some help. And so, we get that call, and we can go in there and get him a brand new wheelchair. Or a young man, a really sad story in another state that was injured 12 years ago. And it's kind of human nature. People forget, and they go on with their lives. Other people go on with their lives. Their friends
Out of sight, out of mind, as they say.
So this young man was injured 12 years ago, still on a ventilator. And because people forgot about him, a storm came through, knocked out the electricity, and he ended up passing away. For us, as big as football is in this country, that should never happen.
No.
And so that's what we're trying to put an end to. We want to make sure these kids are taken care of even past high school. And so, we raise money. We do events like tonight and try to raise the money for wheelchair accessible vehicles, ramps into their homes, equipment that Medicaid or insurance won't pay for.
Right.
So this is a very, very costly injury. You're looking at spending anywhere from $150,000 to $500,000 within the first 100 days of an injury. So it's life-changing. And so what we want to do is make sure they're not forgotten.
And speaking of fundraising, because that is so important, I can't emphasize that enough. This was one example of fundraising. What do you guys have coming up?
Well, right now we're on our road trip for heroes. It's on our website. If you go to our website, we have our road trip for heroes. We've had some sponsors that are going to take us. We go from town to town, some of the major cities here in the state of Texas. We try to have a big press conference with on our steering committee are almost all the Division I college coaches here in the state of Texas. From Mac Brown, June Jones, Kevin Sumlin, Kingsbury's on there. All the big coaches are part of our steering committee and have invited us either to their facility facilities. We do a press conference in one of these towns. We were in Dallas last week. We'll be in Austin. Next week we'll be in Austin, then to Houston, and then Eagle Pass.
See, I follow you.
Yeah, and then after that, we're actually in October we'll be donating a van for one of our kids, and that's going to be an awesome feeling.
It is awesome.
This young man, like Chris was mentioning, he's our only paraplegic, so he's going to be able to drive a vehicle, but it has to have the hand controls so that he can drive it. And so we're getting that van with the hand controls, and it'll be
giving them that liberty.
We're going to do it at a football game at one of their home games, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah, we're excited about it.
We're excited about it. I got to witness a similar passing and gifting. And speaking of following, they do have a Facebook page, so y'all better like it. And it's Gridiron Heroes. You can find it on Facebook, and also the website gridironheroes.org. Is that correct?
That's correct. And one other thing that you need to be looking out for is that our documentary is right now making the film festival rounds. We actually we won Best Feature Documentary in the LA Film Festival.
Wow.
And so what we're trying to do now is get that film out a little bit more and more, because part of our documentary, you're starting to hear more and more about what is happening in the NFL and USA football, the Heads Up program that's coming out right now. Our doc actually introduced the coach that created that tackling program, and so it got the attention of the NFL, and they adopted this tackling program because it's the only program that had science behind it. And so by using this program, it reduced the helmet first impact by at least 43%. That's 100% of the crown taken out of the tackle, but it's still it still can be
it's
violent.
an effective tackling
still,
technique.
Great techniques, but the thing is, it does make the game a little bit safer, and we want to do our part on the prevention side of the injury. Gridiron Heroes was never about deterring anyone from playing football, because
you love this is because of the love of the game.
Yeah, exactly. All of our kids still love the game of football, and they don't hold football. They're not against football or anything. So it's a different mindset. Some people don't understand it, but they all still love the game of football. So.
And we love you and Chris so much, Eddie. Personally, I'm very blessed to consider you a dear friend, casi familia, as we say in Spanish. And so, really a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out and participating and being a part of our family, basically, because a lot of people come out, and we just want to make sure that you're always involved. We love you for doing that.
Oh, thank you, Eddie, and thank you for letting me bring in my athletic fiance. He's actually. You guys don't get to see him. I get to keep him all to myself.
Oh, no.
He's behind the camera. Ooh, someday. But you can't see him in front of the camera, and you will soon. We're actually also working on a film that centers around a theme of people with special needs. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, keep tuning in to the website, to gridironheroes.org, where you can find information about the documentary. So there you have it. And there we go. And you know what? I am hungry. I am not going to lie. And they're all over there eating. And if I know these team players of mine, they're eating. And they should save a plate. My fiance scored a full home run with one hit. Hello. So on that note, we got to get going. We got to get some food, because I don't want to vote anybody off.
There you go.
So you stay tuned, my wonderful viewers. Me despido con un beso y muchas gracias. Thank you for keeping on tuning in right here with you, Rita Verreos, Latin Connection TV.